All right, welcome to Module 3. In this module, our expert will show you how to build your first workflow from scratch. So get ready to take some notes and let's jump right in.
All right, so here we are on our blank canvas. We're going to take everything that we've learned so far about automation workflows, and we're going to create our very own right here from scratch. Now, what we're going to create is basically a welcome sequence where we deliver a lead magnet that somebody just opted in for, and we're going to try and upsell them to a higher priced offer, and we're going to do a couple other peripheral things at the same time. Okay, so the first thing here is going to be form submitted. We're going to click and drag that over here, and when somebody submits the form on our opt-in page, then the action that we triggered, because that one was a trigger here, the action is going to be that we're going to add them to a list, a corresponding list. You would click here and you would choose the list in question. And the next step is going to be to send an email after they've been added to that list. So send them an email, and that email will be the welcome and delivery email. Now, just so you know, inside of Autopilot, all you would basically do in here is literally either take an existing newsletter or email that you've created, or you would create a new one and a pop-up would show up and you would basically create your email right here inside of the workflow creation page, which is very handy. But before we go down that email route, we want to do those other two peripheral things that I mentioned. So when somebody submits the form, we're also, at the same time as all this other stuff is happening, we're also going to add them to a custom Facebook audience. And we're going to send them an SMS message. Okay, we're going to pretend that we had a phone number field on that contact form. Okay, so we'll add them to an SMS list and send them an SMS message thanking them for their order and telling them to check their email inbox for this email right here. And this email right here, let's go ahead and take advantage of the annotation tools here, just so that we and our team understand and remember what we're seeing. Welcome and delivery, let's call it. We'll just drag that right here, so whenever somebody is looking at this workflow, they understand what this email is. And let's see, let's add a 24-hour delay. Let's go ahead and grab this, stick it here. On send. So after this email is sent, that'll trigger a 24-hour delay. Delay of 1 day, good. And then, after that delay, we're going to set a condition. Okay, we're going to see if they have, in fact, clicked on a link in this welcome email that was sending them to the upsell. Okay, so let's go ahead and look for our conditions here, which are at the bottom. And we're going to put has visited page. And we're going to grab this and bring it down here. And then from this point forward, where they go in this journey is going to depend on whether or not it was yes, has not, or excuse me, no, has not visited, or yes, has visited. Okay, so this is sort of a fork in the road. So let's say that they did not visit. Oops, click and drag. We're going to put a check email status trigger here. So not visited, we're going to check email status. And if they did not even open that first email here, so let's go ahead and actually just select this one. That's just a placeholder there. Go ahead and publish and exit. Okay, so if they did not open email 1, which is over here, the welcome and delivery email. If they did not, then we're going to want to resend that email, okay? Because that happens. Sometimes people don't check the welcome email or the delivery email that they just got right after they opted in for something. So you send it a little bit later. So in this case, if they have not opened, We send them that email, and let's go ahead and annotate that so that we understand, so our team understands what this email is. Put resend welcome. Go ahead and put that here. And then, what if they did open that email? We'll send them a further upsell email. If they did open. And so we'll continue the campaign we're trying to upsell them, right? Let's go ahead and annotate that as well. Upsell, just so we know what that email is for. Now, let's say that they did in fact click the link in this initial email and buy the upsell that we were offering them. Well, that brings us to this question. What is this page here? Okay, where did we put the pixel? And we're going to say that this page here is the successful checkout page. Okay, so the order confirmation page after they've checked out after purchasing the upsell. Okay, so if they have not visited that page, that means they still have not purchased. That's why we're continuing the email experience here, right? Which is ultimately designed to get them to buy. But what if they did end up on that page? Well, if they ended up on that page, that's the indicator to us that they purchased the product in question. And so let's go ahead and do 3 other things. If they did in fact end up on that page and they purchased, we want to, number 1, we're going to go with has visited. Number 1, add them to a new list, and that would be a customer list, right? For people who bought the upsell. And then, number 2, we want to remove them from this list. Okay. They're no longer just prospects because they've purchased the offer. And then finally, you'll recall this from Module 2. We saw it in a couple of examples. We'll do it here as well. If they visited, we will eject them from this journey. Remember the logic there. If they ended up on this page, an order confirmation page, so if they purchased, then they don't need to continue getting these emails, bothering them about purchasing the thing that they've already purchased, right? So as soon as they've landed on this page, immediately they would be ejected from this so that they don't get any further emails, okay? And that's it. That's our little email automation experiment here, okay? So let's just recap what we did. Form was submitted. Somebody opted in for a lead magnet for a free gift of some sort. We added them to a list. At the same moment, we also added them to a Facebook audience so that in the background, behind the scenes here, we could also have been retargeting them with that upsell offer via a Facebook ad. SMS message reminding them to check their inbox to actually download the free gift. And we also want them to check because there's links in there offering them the upsell, right? 1 day delay. After 1 day, if they visited that page, which means if they ended up on the order confirmation, so they purchased the upsell, if they did, we remove them from this list. We add them to a new list, which, acknowledges that they are a customer. So that's a buyer list there. And then we eject them from this journey, and that's it. Okay, nothing happens after that point. They are basically cut off right here, right? But if they did not visit that page after that 1 day delay, then we go and we check first, did they even open this initial email? If not, we resend that welcome email. If they did, we proceed to a marketing email where we focus on selling them on the upsell, right? And then presumably you could just continue down this path with more email marketing, to the right here, and so on and so forth. But that's the basics of setting up an email automation, a marketing automation workflow. And again, it's not just email. As you can see, it's Facebook audiences, it's SMS marketing, a whole lot of other things that we could have done here. We could go in here and integrate with that postcard shipping service and have postcards sent to these people depending on what information they submitted in the form. You can do pretty much anything with marketing automation, and hopefully this has sort of helped you get comfortable with the idea of marketing automation, because it sounds like a very complex and intimidating topic, as you can see here, thanks to the tools that we have today, such as Autopilot. It's drag and drop simple. And frankly, if you're not using it in your business, you are leaving a whole lot of potential money, potential sales on the table. As you can see, it's easy to do. There's no excuse for not doing it anymore. Take what you've learned in these lessons here, go and apply them with your tool, with your software of choice. Start leveraging marketing automation in your business today.
In the next video, I will be giving for free a 3-part course on how to make money freelancing. I would appreciate any comments on how I can improve these courses. As always, please like the video and subscribe by hitting my ugly picture in the corner.